Today, I'm going to share with you 7 of my favorite things to do when visiting Cancun. Cancun, Mexico is arguably one of the most beautiful destinations in the world. The warm weather, the turquoise waters, the lush green jungle, and the beautiful beaches all combine to make it one of the most amazing travel destinations. Cancun and the Yucatan Peninsula have so much to offer that in this video, I'll barely be able to scratch the surface. My family and I went one time 6 years ago, and we haven't stopped going every year since. Except for last year because of everything that was going on, but this year we were back at it again. We absolutely love visiting Cancun, Mexico. So my goal for this video is to share with you, out of all the times that I've gone, what are my favorite things to do when visiting Cancun and which ones are 100% worth it. So I'm going to be sharing with you 7 of my favorite things to do when visiting Cancun, and I'm going to share with you a few travel tips, especially if you're traveling post-pandemic, 2021 or 2022. So let's get started. One of my favorite spots to visit is Isla Mujeres. It's a beautiful island off the coast of Cancun. The island is so small that you can see it in about 20 minutes on a golf cart because it's only about 4 miles long. There's also shops and restaurants and bars kind of scattered throughout the island, but a majority of the action is going to be found on the north side of the island because that's where the ferry arrives. The island also has various attractions to choose from, so you can swim with dolphins and you can go to a small aquatic park there that they have. But what we like to do when visiting Isla Mujeres is renting a golf cart, seeing the island from end to end, going to all the sites and sightseeing, and visiting the little shops and eating at one of my favorite restaurants in all of Cancun. I'll tell you about that at the end of the video, and I'll also tell you my recommendations for what to get at that restaurant because this place is awesome. This leads me to my next recommendation, which is Playa Norte. This is a beautiful beach in Isla Mujeres. It's so amazing. The water is fresh, the sand is white, and last time we went this past year was one of the highlights of my trip. The water is so calm and shallow. We walked about 20 feet in and the water was barely to our chest. Also, there's no sargasso, which is that icky seaweed that's been plaguing Cancun beaches on and off for the past few years. There's none of that there. We enjoyed it so much that this upcoming year we're planning a trip and just staying in Isla Mujeres so we can be on that beach in Playa Norte because it was so relaxing. It was amazing. Number 3 is the Aquatic Museum. This is an underwater museum that you could see either by snorkel or by scuba diving, and this thing is in the middle of the ocean. It's super cool. What we did was we got a boat tour that took us to Isla Mujeres, and on the way to Isla Mujeres is this museum, so we jumped off and the boat tour had drinks and food and really cool. So you can look for those and it's definitely worth it. It's a full day thing, but it is 100% worth it because you kind of see different parts of the ocean and really beautiful clear waters, so they make it worth your while. Number 4 is Chichen Itza. This is an ancient Mayan city. It's an archaeological site, and if you have a chance to go, definitely go. I don't know much about the history. I went my first time that I went to Cancun, but it's just super cool and really, really awesome. So it's one of those things that if you're close by and you really want to go to one of the 7 wonders of the world, definitely go to Chichen Itza. My next few recommendations are for those of you that like adrenaline and adventure. So for number 5, I'm going to recommend Explore. This is a theme park that is nestled in the jungle. You're going to be surrounded by nature. You're going to see lizards, iguanas, all kinds of animals. So you're going to see a lot of beautiful scenery, and it also has a ton of cool things to do. For example, zip lining over the jungle. You have the option to go off-roading with some ATVs, swimming through caves in a river, paddling on a raft through a cave, and best of all, the food and the drinks are included when you visit Explore. Next up, number 6 is Xel-Há. This is a scenic theme park in the jungle along the Caribbean coast of Cancun. This has a huge water slide, one of the biggest I've ever been on. It's 98 feet tall. It's got a snorkel activity. You could float along the river and do a little river tour. They have obstacle courses. They have cliffs or small cliffs that you can jump off of. They also have small zip lines that you can just land right in the water. A ton of really cool things, and there's also add-on activities that you could purchase. We did a few of those and they were pretty cool. Definitely worth it. Best of all, like I mentioned before, is they have a buffet included, and for this one specifically, it's breakfast, lunch, and I believe dinner is included with your ticket. So if you're a hungry person like me, you're really gonna like this park. Number 7 is parasailing. If you're staying in an area where you can parasail and they offer some safe parasailing experiences, I would highly recommend doing it, and doing it along the coast of the beaches. It's just so beautiful. It's 100% worth it. We've done it twice, and every time we felt safe and really relaxing. So there's something about being in the air and just gliding that I really enjoy, and my wife does too. So those are the 7 things that I recommend. All right, as promised, if you're gonna be in Isla Mujeres, you have to go to Polo's Mango Cafe. It's an amazing restaurant. I absolutely love it. I dream about those fish tacos right now, every night, until I can go back again. And the shrimp tacos that they have there are just so good. So if you get a chance to go, if you're in Isla Mujeres, you have to go to this spot. It's a little bit of a drive, but it's 100% worth it. It is so good. Highly recommend it. Polo's Mango Cafe. Don't forget that. That is the end of the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed these tips. I hope it helps you in your planning and budgeting of your trip to Cancun. It is an amazing place, so don't worry. It's super fun. And I know a lot of people worry because, post-pandemic and things like that. We recently went, we had a blast. We were all safe. We all came back safe. So just plan accordingly and you'll have a lot of fun. Another tip that I will recommend is if you're going to be going to these aquatic parks, take extra masks, because right now they're requiring you to have your mask on at all times. So you're going to get wet. You're going to get the mask wet. You don't want any river water in your face. That's just a quick tip. Anyways, have a good one. I hope it was helpful. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down there. I'm hoping to make more videos about Cancun and other travels that I've done. So let me know if you have any questions down there, and I'll look into making a video about them. Thank you.